back to my kitchen. So today I'm just having another mukbang with some loaded beef and bean burritos. See if I can get them now. And some Doritos. I just got the Heat Burst. So first barbecue, then a barbecue and chili. See what it's like. I haven't tried it yet. So I also have a recipe for the burritos and stuff. You have to try it out, they're super nice. And yeah, so let's get started. I want to see what the Doritos are like first. I think that might just be the barbecue. Super warm in here. I don't even know if I'll upload it yet. It might be really messy. I mean, I ate one yesterday and it was really messy. It's good. Let's try the burritos. Thinking which side will be the best to start with so it doesn't open up, but I have a feeling it's gonna open anyway. That's good. I was so hungry today. I don't have proper napkins, so I'm just having to use some kitchen roll. I have a feeling it's going to come in handy. So I hope everyone's had like a really good day. I haven't done much, I just had a group meeting for uni. Just sorting out stuff because we need to make a lab report. And we have to try to collect some data by tomorrow, so we've sorted all that out, so that's good. Oh, that was a spicy one. Yeah. I can't feel it on my tongue, it's just at the back of my throat, I can feel it. I feel like the inside of a burrito never looks too appetizing. But, with some fruit squash. So I was supposed to have a seminar, which I should actually be at now. I just really didn't feel like going today. I mean, it's not even part of my actual degree. I study psychology, and we were allowed to pick an extra module. And because I kind of got a little bit fed up with psychology, I thought I'd pick something completely unrelated. And usually for my extra modules, I tend to pick something which is like history sort of related. Because I used to really enjoy that before uni. I studied it for my A-levels. And so I picked a course which was called Reading the Revolution. And it's meant to be about like Russian history and looking at like poetry and writing and stuff like that. But I still thought it would be mainly focused on actual Russian history, not so much with the writings. Maybe I'm stupid for thinking that, but that's just what I thought. And basically, it's been useless. We've spent the last seminar, about 15 to 20 minutes of that, talking about a blank canvas with a blue square painted on. Some Russian artists did it, and talking about why it's significant and things like that. It's just a black square on a white canvas. Like, how much can you talk about it? And this tutor is saying, it represents how he's laughing at us, he's mocking us, you know, mocking the Russian Revolution and stuff like that. Come on, really? I don't think it was that deep. It was just a black square. As I expected, the bottom's open. Now it's really going to get messy. So that's been super crap. And in about a few weeks, I've got to do a presentation. And I decided I'd do mine on a book, so I've still got to read it. Quite nervous about it. I feel like I'm going to have nothing interesting to say. And the thing is, on my course, like everyone else has already studied a bit of Russian history in the previous semester because they're doing Russian languages. And it was also open to people who don't want to do the language, they just want to look at the history aspect. So, you know, like me. But I feel really lost because he keeps mentioning like stuff from the last semester. He'll say things in Russian and then write names down in Russian. And his writing is really bad, so I can't follow along what he's saying. So I just feel like I'm missing out. I don't know. Maybe I need to just do more work on it, but that's just how I feel so far. The funny thing is, I'm calling this module useless. Like psychology is that much more useful. I mean, when I first chose the subject, I thought it would be really good, really interesting, useful. And I don't know, the more I study it, And the more I just kind of feel like, why did I pick it? Just eating some of the filling that's fallen out. Like my social psychology, maybe I'm talking too much about it, I don't know, but it's been so useless. They were talking about stereotype threat and how it affects people like in the workplace, like women in the workplace and stuff like that. Yeah, it's starting to leak. No. I might have overfilled it. So yeah, stereotype threat and stuff like that. How it affects like women in the workplace. And make it into a little nacho. And they're basically saying that women are dropping out of like your science subjects. The higher the level goes, like after uni and master's degrees or PhDs, more and more women drop out. So it's kind of more male heavy in those fields. Social psychology, the theory around stereotype threat, they were basically blaming women leaving these workplaces completely on stereotype threat. Oh, it's because no one wants to hire them because they're women, stuff like that. They get paid less. Which fair enough, okay. But you can't blame the whole thing 100% on stereotype threat just so it fits your theory. At the end of the day, women might choose to leave, one, because they lose interest. Like, I've definitely started losing interest in psychology and I don't think I want to take it further. Or they might choose to leave because they might have a kid and they decide they want to just stay home and look after their kid. You know, personal reasons. I don't think it's necessarily because they're getting excluded and I don't know. It feels like it's a little simpler, too simple. No. Sorry, I know this one's going to get messy. It always happens. I always overfill mine and it starts dripping out the bottom and it's made it really messy. But I always think, oh, I want to make sure I can taste all the filling. I get a bit greedy. Maybe I should try wrapping it in foil next time. like another lecture, social psychology again. It's talking about stigma around obesity and stuff like that. I'm basically saying, no, a lot of healthcare professionals have a lot of stigma and stuff like that against obese people as well, especially people who work specifically in that field. And geez, it's everywhere. And they're saying, according to social psychology, they're saying we should make healthcare professionals do these tests to see if they're unconsciously biased against obese people. Which I think is a bit ridiculous. Like, I don't know. And just because they might have that bias, it doesn't mean they act on it either. I might be biased against someone, like, if I see a skinhead or something covered in face tattoos, I might have that initial bias there, but it doesn't necessarily mean I'm going to act on it. You know, people overcome that, do you know what I mean to say? I don't know. I think the sour cream is melting or something, but it's dripping out. So, yeah, take these tests, and then what exactly do you do if you find out that they fail these bias tests? Do you fire them? Do you make them do a course to overcome that? And I'd kind of assume that someone who works in the field specifically with like obese individuals and stuff like that, and I'm not saying this applies to everyone, I'm not trying to offend people here, but they're going to be around it more, they're going to see how they behave, Maybe they have a good reason for feeling these thoughts. I don't know. I think that could be a bit harsh to say, but the reason is the first thing that kind of comes to my mind is like my £600 life. With Dr. Now talking about trying to help these really big patients and stuff like that, and some of them will gain like £100 in a month or two when he's told them you need to do this so you can lose the weight. And so they gain all the weight. They might not lose any, or they'll just gain more, which at their weight is pretty crazy. I mean, you've got to be eating about 6,000-7,000 calories for some of them to maintain their weight. Just maintain. Gaining on top of that. I can't imagine how much they're eating. I have no clue. And their excuse tends to be, it's water weight. And that's what kind of comes to my head when in psychology they're talking about the stigma. People thinking that obese people tend to be weak-willed and stuff. Well, maybe not everyone, I understand that. Some people, it might not, it could be some genetic factor or something like that, but I think that's kind of not the majority. logically speaking, you tend to see more obese people in places like America, the UK, where the food they eat is unhealthier, they eat loads of it. Takeaway, fried takeaways, pizzas and stuff is the norm, like at least once a week. That's what comes to my head. I don't know. And people just kind of want to shift the blame a little bit. And of course I'm saying all that whilst I'm stuffing myself with Doritos and a giant burrito which is leaking everywhere. That's just my thoughts. I like when someone just holds themselves accountable. Instead of trying to blame it on everything else. Instead of blaming it on family and stuff like that. I don't know. I think that just kind of bothers me a little bit. That's just my humble opinion. I'm trying not to touch my glass with super greasy fingers. And this is starting to get a bit soggy. I'm trying to toss my hair back without touching it. I don't agree with shaming people, for their weight and stuff like that, treating them badly because of it. I think that's a bit crap. But I don't agree with having to tiptoe around everything. Like, the example that comes to my head, I saw a post where like a cancer awareness something, some cancer awareness society or charity, where posted something saying one of the leading possible contributors to cancer could be obesity. And a lot of people, like, in the body positivity movement, were getting really offended by that. And I'm thinking, it's fact though. Like, are you willing to risk people's lives because you don't want your feelings hurt? I don't know. You live your life how you want to. Just don't let it get to a point where it's affecting others in a negative way. This cancer awareness thing ended up having to apologise for it as well. I don't think they had to. It's not looking so appetising now. It still tastes good. It's just falling apart. Maybe I took too long eating it. Just wipe my hands on some tissues. Just checking how long this is. It's getting quite long. Sorry if the audio is really annoying. I tried to hook it through my my microphone, but my microphone gets attracted to anything metal. It's magnetic, and I think it keeps getting either caught on the table or magnetized to it. Yeah, I think that's what's happening. So I'm sorry if the audio is a bit not good. Don't like to waste. Yeah. I seriously enjoyed that. I was so hungry. All I'd eaten today was some porridge in the morning, and then I was out for, I think I ate that about 9:30, 10. And then I had a group meeting from 12 until about 3, and I hadn't eaten anything that whole time. Yeah, it's a long time to wait. Got back, I ate one toast and a little cereal bar. So I was seriously hungry. Anyway, Hoping there's no food stuck in my teeth, but I think there is. Thanks for watching. If you like the content and you'd like to see more, please do leave a like and subscribe. Tap the notification bell. I'm hopefully going to be posting regularly. I'll try to get new equipment so I can improve on them. Yeah, so thanks for watching again. Have a good day.